and welcome to Glanbia's Dairy Focus. Earlier today, I caught up with Glanbia's Senior Technical Support Martin Ryan, who presented on your options and approaches to managing peak milk supply from 2022.
Thanks, Joris. In this short video, what we've set out to do is to initiate the thought process around some of the actions that are possible or could be considered in the management of peak milk in spring 2022. And there's kind of four key areas we set out to cover, albeit they're not as comprehensive as we might like on the basis of time, but the purpose is to start the thinking process and the considerations. And the four areas in question are, first of all, feeding whole milk to calves. I think that's a pretty straightforward topic in its own right. The second one is about concentrate feeding levels. And the third one is about once a day milking, and particularly what the implications of short-term once a day milking are, and indeed the benefits. And the fourth one then is around calving pattern and what considerations should be taken into account before you get involved in that space as such. And at the end then we try and wrap that up with at what levels each of those are appropriate. And I suppose in summary, taking any of the first three collectively, you can deal with up to 25% of excess milk. So that's really about it. I hope you find it useful. Thanks.
Next we hear from Milk Quality Manager Conor Phelan, who reminds us of the importance of using chlorine-free detergents in both the bulk tank and the plant.
Glanbia places significant importance on chlorine residues such as TCN and chlorides, and is now considered best practice to use chlorine-free detergents on bulk tanks and for machine washing. Chlorine residues in milk are now considered not acceptable due to a significant shift in industry standard. When using chlorine-free products, it is very important to use a trial-tested and approved chlorine-free detergent. Detergents must be used exactly as per manufacturer's instructions. When using chlorine-free detergent on your tank, it is very important to get your tank calibrated to ensure it is using the correct level of detergent. It is very important to store your detergent in a dark, cool area out of direct sunlight. Also ensure that the detergent you're using is in date. Sufficient hot water volume and temperature is critical in the dairy to ensure an effective wash routine for the milking machine and bull tank. Heat disinfectants should not be used that contain chlorine dioxide or other chemicals that harm chlorides. For more tips or advice, please contact your local milk quality manager.
As calves are being turned out, keep an eye out for any early signs of coccidiosis, especially in those calves being turned out to paddocks that were used by first grazing season calves in the last couple of years, or paddocks that have wet or mucky patches. 1 to 2 weeks after turnout is when you would be expecting to see the first signs, and coccidiosis can have a significant impact on the calf growth. Early intervention is the only way to prevent long-term setbacks. Now, talking about calves, the 2020 Beef Club is now ready for the 2021 calf intake. We finished this week's episode by talking to one of the 2020 Beef Club members, Patrick Brennnan. But if you want any more information on any of the topics covered in this episode, please talk to your local Glanbia representative or log on to glanbiaconnect.com.
Last month we processed 15 steers through the 2020 club. They weighed between 300 kilos and 370. The club premiums alone came into €1,220. That's without the 10-cent Hereford bonus, and we're extremely happy with how they performed. As part of the Beef 2020 club, the premiums of 25 cents a kilo above the quota price was extremely beneficial for Frisian cattle, as they came in at base price of over €4 a kilo. At present, with factory processing cattle 3 days a week, it's extremely beneficial to be part of the 2020 club, as I can process my cattle when they come fit.